Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Air Kitty. Okay, and we are back with another doll haul video. This one is one of the Five Below variations. So we are technically on bag 2. I will leave a card up here somewhere for you guys if you want to go see the first bag, I guess. You can watch these out of order, I don't care. It doesn't matter. There's no continuity with this. But yeah, so I'm gonna be opening up now the second bag, and I think this one's gonna be a little bit more in depth. There are a few things in here that I'm looking at that I'm like, I might need a little bit more time on this. This is gonna take a little bit more than an hour. But so let me start with kind of the quicker, smaller stuff, and then we'll get into like the more in-depth stuff. So the first thing, or first things really, because they're of the same variety. So when I was at the store yesterday, actually, I found world's smallest Barbie fashion dolls with the fashion case. Now, you might be looking at these and being like, oh my god, those are the exact same things. Why did you buy two? They're actually not. So, the dolls are actually different. And on the back, actually, I'll just show one of them. But there are actually quite a few different variations of them. Of course, my camera doesn't really focus on as much. Camera, you can do it. You can do it. Don't look at my face, look at the Barbies. It doesn't want to do it. But so we have dark-skinned Malibu Barbie. We have Malibu Ken. We have black hair, totally hair Barbie. We have white-skinned Malibu Barbie. We have the original swimsuit Barbie, the blonde one, not the dark-haired one. And then we have the blonde-haired, totally hair Barbie. So the ones that I have here, so I have the blonde, totally hair Barbie, and I have the light-skinned or white-skinned Malibu Barbie. Oh, that's kind of cute. So apparently the fashion cases themselves, it actually is a slot where you can put the Barbies themselves, like as you collect them. So technically you only need one, I guess, but you can. Every single one of them comes with a case, so have fun filling that with stuff. I don't remember how to open these actually, and I'm a little scared to open these. Nope, that's just a death-defying trap. Okay, I will open this off camera, and I will show you the finished product when I'm done. Okay, that was quite a bit of work, and on top of that, if there's anybody that really needs to transition away from using plastic for their product and everything like that, it is absolutely world's smallest because, I was trying to be really, really careful with it because actually, apparently if you open that up, or like you try and open it up, to get to everything, there's a good chance that you could cut yourself. So yeah, world's smallest, if you could transition away from plastic, figure out some kind of different packaging for that, so it's like small hands, and even adult hands don't try to stab themselves with plastic. Be fantastic. But yeah. Anyways, I got everything out though. So we have our two fashion cases. And it sounds like that there's something in them. I think there's like 2 layers. I feel like I'm like gonna break it by accident. So I'm like trying to like open this as gingerly as possible. Oh! There's another Barbie inside. I didn't realize that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there must be another one in here as well. So I will open this one up as well. There is. So I have 4 different Barbies. Perfect. But anyways, so here are the fashion cases now opened. And they are really cute. I vaguely remember these from back in the day. I don't think I had one of these, but I remember like my parents or my grandparents saying that they had these. Um Obviously, for the dolls themselves, I will just use one of them, and the other one I'll just put into the doll box, just whatever. I know that there's 8 to collect, so obviously there's not enough space in these for you to put all of them, but obviously I don't see myself trying to collect these so much. I'm happy with the dolls that I have. But I am very happy to see that there are extra Barbies in a sense. Like when you get one of these packs, you don't just get the Barbie that's in the packaging that you see, you get a Barbie also in this case. So, the ones that I had gotten that I could see, at least. So we have the blonde totally hair Barbie. Obviously, if you can't see a whole lot of details, don't worry about it. There's not a lot of details to see. Like, obviously, the hair has a lot of detail in it. But that's about it. We have the totally hair Barbie, the blonde one. We have the light-skinned Malibu Barbie. They are also very delicate. So I'm trying very hard to like hold them very tenderly and not try to snap them off at the knees. We have the dark-haired totally hair Barbie, which this was the one that I actually got in the packaging. Oh, cool. Or this was the one that I actually got in the fashion case. Sorry, I was distracted by the fact that I actually wanted to focus this time. But yeah, so like the detailing on the hair is like showing that it's like crimped. But so there's the dark-haired totally hair Barbie. And then we actually got the dark-skinned Malibu Barbie, which I was actually really wanting because I think out of the entire collection, it is the only dark-skinned Barbie. But yeah, so I'm actually again, I need your arm, quick, if you could. I mean, it's kind of even tiny in like Ken's hands too, because like there's the doll in Ken's hand, kind of tiny. Like it's still really cool because like you could still have like Barbie or Kelly's or Chelsea dolls, or even like the Stacy dolls too, playing with the dolls and stuff like that, and like, you know, it could be like their own version of Barbie dolls. But yeah, no, it's kind of cute. Yeah, there's all of them in the case. Just gonna close that up so they're all nice and put away. And the last thing, obviously, was the fact of this thing did come with a checklist of everything. Everything that is technically world's smallest on here. So we've obviously got like, you know, games, such as like Mousetrap, Hungry Hungry Hippo, Bop It, you know, Crocodile Dentist, the game Sorry. We've even got like little video game stuff like Ataris and Dance Dance Revolution. That would be fun actually to get. There are the My Little Pony series, and it is kind of funny because so they have Gen 5 My Little Pony. But so the yellow one they're saying is Hitch, the blue one is apparently Izzy, and the pink one is apparently Pip. And I'm like, okay, no, the yellow one is technically Sunny Star Scout in a different color. The blue one is Hitch, and the pink one is again Sunny Star Scout, but in her alicorn form. Good on ya. But we do have the Gen 1 ponies underneath, which that would actually be totally cool to get. I would really love actually to get that. I'm trying to think if there's any other toys on here because I'm remembering, oh yeah, we have like different things that we have other toys we need to get to. Obviously there are more of the Barbie toys, like there's a Barbie Polaroid toy. I think I actually have seen that. The Malibu Barbie home. And then we have like 2 of the dolls, which is funny because I think it was the ones that were, it's the original dolls themselves, but it was the doll costumes that were used in the Barbie movie. So it's Cowgirl Barbie and then Rollerblade Barbie. Obviously, they did not use, thank God, they did not use the movie brand of it, But they did use the original Barbie clothes. I'm trying to find, I am kind of excited. There are some Yu-Gi-Oh ones, like little Yu-Gi-Oh figurines. I think it says includes exclusive micro anime sticker. And I'm like, that looks really cool. Because, like, they have, like, the main monsters, like Harpy Lady and Karibo and Blue Eyes White Dragon. Of course, that. And then I believe, yeah, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Summon Skull, Dark Magician Girl. They have, like, a bunch of them. And I'm like, oh, I want them. I want those. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here that I really like and I would really like to get. Obviously, I will keep this checklist for this series to say, like, oh, these are things that are in here. I will say, however, the reason why I probably have not gotten World's Smallest as much, I will get it for certain things, such as this, because I was like, oh, that can go really well with my Barbies, but I don't really get them as much because they are a little expensive for what I'm getting. The mini surprise stuff, like MGA's Miniverse and Zuru's 5 Surprises, they are probably better price for what you're getting typically in comparison to World's Smallest, because World's Smallest you're paying $5 for one thing in comparison to $10 for 5 things usually. So value wise, MGA and Zuru kind of have World's Smallest kind of beat. But obviously there are times where I will shell out for some things like this. But yeah, so still really cool. Obviously I would still like to get things from the World's Smallest stuff, but obviously it'll be on a when I have time and money kind of basis. That is that done and out of the way. The next thing on the list is kind of like an off-brand Barbie thing, or I guess more specifically an off-brand Chelsea thing. So I saw these dolls at Five Below, and it was kind of actually intriguing. So they're the Zoe brand, and so this is the varsity captain. And as you can see, there is a doll here, there are lockers, and a basketball. But the thing that I kind of like about these dolls, and the one thing I actually wish that they would do with Chelsea dolls, I don't know if they do them with Stacy dolls. I feel like they might. I wish that they would have done with Kelly or the Chelsea dolls. Is the fact of you can tell from the wrists that these dolls have, multiple points of articulation, very much like Ken does here. So I was actually kind of thinking about it. I'm like, so these actually would be great for people that want to do like different scenes or something like that, but need a doll that can, move more or is much more flexible than like a Kelly or Chelsea doll. But so I'm just gonna open it up so we can take a better look at her and see what we're working with here. So again, some very odd packaging a little bit. So we do have more of the so they do use the twist ties, although this one feels more metallic. I think it's plastic, but I felt more metallic. And then on top of that, it was really hard to get the lockers out because I guess on the back they have these little slits, and this was in it. I thought at first I was twisting it like it was like screwed in there, but then I was like, it took me a moment to realize like, oh, it's just like you just twist it in place and then you pull it out. Very strange. Very strange. We've got Zoe out. That's her name now. It's Zoe. We've got her little basketball, which is actually missing some lines, it looks like. And of course it wasn't intentional. Like, it was intentional. Apparently they've just never seen a basketball before. That's fine, I guess. We have Zoe's lockers, which, okay, so it's it's 2 of them together that open up. But that's still really cool. I love the fact that these open up. Like, and it's every single one of them. So, like, can I actually fit the basketball in there? I can. Yeah, so there's some lockers. And then we have Zoe herself. Now, she comes with this cute, like, little, like, kind of varsity jacket, look. She does come with, like, this, like, little, it looks like a jersey shirt. Kind of like it feels like jersey material a little bit. And it is sewn into these pants down here, these star, like, jeans and stuff like that. So, that's probably the only thing I don't like about this outfit, is that the shirt and the pants are not separate items. But I do actually want to take off the clothes so I can see, all the points of articulation that she does have. And I will say, like, the clothes themselves, kind of like while we're still somewhat on that topic, like, the clothes themselves, they do remind me very much of the Barbie clothes of, I'm gonna say today's standards. Because they have a lot of this where it's like, the buttons and the details and everything are painted on. They're not separate things sewn into the fabric. However, though, and I will have to figure this out again, if this is actually the case, and I will go get the doll here in a moment. But yeah, she does look to be about the same size as a Chelsea doll. So I will have to go get mine to figure that out. But so, now that I've taken off all the clothes, we can see all the points of articulation. So obviously, like, the head actually, okay, she's a little stiff, but her head does kind of move, so it does move, left and right, kind of up and down a little bit. There's a little bit of a wiggle there, but not much, but mostly just left and right. Her arms do move up and down, it looks like. Yeah, I'm trying to move them forward or back. They don't really move that way. Her arm, this, like, her, like, elbow piece does actually rotate left and right. And it does look like you should be able to bend it. Oh, okay, you can. It's just, it was a little stiff. Obviously, because, like, I haven't, like, really moved these pieces much, like, they get a little stiff. But you can actually bend them inwards. And the hands actually, same thing. You can move them, like, twist them around so it looks like she's, like, holding something. And again, it does look like, yep, you can actually bend them in all sorts of weird fashions if you want. And it does look like, actually, like, these pieces do actually come out. So that if you're, like, I know I've seen Jen do it with, like, her, it's a Monster High, not the Monster High, maybe Monster High, or Shadow High. One of them, but there are some of the toy brands where it becomes a little harder to, put clothes on with their thumbs and everything just sticking straight out, so it's easier to just take the hands off, put the clothes on, and then, like, put the hands back on. But yeah, so, like, her, obviously the same thing for the other arm. Bends at the shoulder, bends at the elbow, and then it does bend at the wrist again. So it's actually kind of cool because you can actually pose them in different things, like in different positions, like with their hands and stuff like that. The legs are a little less posable, but that's okay. But, like, they do move back and forth. They do move side to side. The knees, they do bend, and they do actually move to the sides, which I think is pretty cool. There's no articulation in the ankle, but that's still really cool. Because actually, yeah. Okay, she can't quite sit crisscross applesauce, but she can sit, like, in kind of, like, that position. But so, I will say the articulation on these dolls is fantastic. I love the articulation of dolls. Let me go ahead and put her back in her outfit. And then I will go get my Chelsea doll. So yeah. So here's the Chelsea doll, and here is the Zoe doll next to each other. Now, they look to be about kind of the same size. Like, Zoe is a little taller, but not by much, really. Like, a few centimeters at best. And it is kind of cool. It is kind of funny because, like, it does feel like the bodies themselves actually, you could probably switch their clothes up and it would still actually probably fit. like Zoe's varsity jacket is kind of short for her in the first place because like it doesn't come kind of down towards her wrist. The shoes also kind of look be about the same size as well. Obviously when I took Zoe's shoes off, her feet are actually rather small, it looks like. So I'm actually kind of wondering if I were to take off one shoe from each. Like, yeah, like, if I can kind of try and show it. But, yeah, I mean, Zoe's foot actually looks a lot smaller than the Chelsea dolls. So actually, in theory, she should be able to put on the Chelsea doll shoes. With ease, may I add. With ease. Yeah. And let me see if I can put it on, let me see if I can put her shoe on the Chelsea doll. And actually, yeah. It does, because of how the Chelsea doll's legs, like, kind of line back up, because they splay out more when they're sitting, and then they come back together. It does kind of rub up against the other shoe. But it fits perfectly, which is funny, and also somewhat sad. But yeah, so obviously the only thing that's kind of like standing out the most with these dolls is the fact that Zoe's head is ginormous in comparison to the Chelsea dolls. But other than that, it's like these actually aren't bad. I would actually prefer this over the Chelsea dolls simply because this has much more articulation. It's about the same body size to an extent as the actual Chelsea doll, so I'm fairly certain if I found any Chelsea clothes, I could put it on Zoe here, and it would probably fit just fine. You know, as well as the fact of, I don't know, the quality on this just feels a lot better. Like, the molding on this feels better for the Chelsea dolls, but the quality and time that they took to make this, like, multi-articulate, and just everything else, it just feels better quality than the Chelsea dolls. So, yes, if you need a multi-articulate doll of some sort, yeah, there are some weird points on it, like the face looks a little smooshed in, and the head is a little large, but I mean, I've even thought about using the Zoe dolls and replacing the heads with Chelsea dolls or Kelly dolls, in a sense, to kind of have like a hybrid doll, like a better kind of Chelsea doll in a sense. So yeah, this is obviously a pass for me. Like, I love this. I love the Zoe dolls. I will put her in the doll box though, because unfortunately I do not have space on my shelf anymore for any more dolls. But the Chelsea doll will go back up on the shelf as he was. So, something I actually totally forgot about, but something I actually am throwing into this video. It was not a Five Below purchase. It was not even like a Walmart purchase or a Target purchase. This was actually kind of like an oldies purchase. I believe this was kind of a 90s purchase. So, a while back, I actually bought something for my PlayStation. And it did come with something that I was like, oh, I can definitely use Barbies. And it was the Barbie gaming pad. So I had originally bought this because of the fact of there were a lot of games that were saying that they could do the gaming pad. Like the Windows 98 could do a gaming pad. You just had to have the connection for it. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. But it does say it is for use with the PlayStation gaming console. I do think though that this should be able to work with 98. I don't know. I do have a Logitech gamepad here as well that I bought for my Windows 98. I did try to use it with the 102 Dalmatians game. It did not respond to it. So I don't know if it's because that gamepad is a USB and it just hasn't been hooked up for it, or if it's like it's actually looking for the gamepad stuff, which has like the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation plug-in with it. Which I do have an adapter down here somewhere for that kind of stuff because I was like, I want to try that. I have a few other games too that, or if not games, well, kind of games. I have a few other products that have the 15-pin like gamepad input or output really. So I bought it for that as well. But I am interested to see if I could actually hook this up. But obviously the other reason why I bought this was not only the fact because it is a Barbie branded PlayStation controller, it also had a little PlayStation. For Barbie. And it comes with a little case, and the Barbie, I believe it's Ride and Race game, is being displayed here, and there are 2 little controllers. And I thought that was super cute. I'm debating on opening this up right now. I think I'm actually just going to keep it in the packaging for the moment until obviously I feel the need to get it out. But yeah, so I thought this was actually really super cute. I wanted to just include it in the video to say I do actually have this. Because it kind of matched the miniature doll stuff from the wall list. So, yeah. Maybe one day when I have a game that says it's compatible with gamepad, I will pull this out and try and use it. For now, though, I'm going to keep it in the packaging. So, the next thing on the list, I'm going to actually just bring them all out because they're basically the exact same thing, but they're just different brands of the same thing. So, actually, when a family friend was up, we went to Five Below because she had never been to one, actually. And we actually found these. So we have a Smarties, tiny little shopping shelf with candies and everything. We have Bazooka ring pops as well. I think this is kind of more like a bundled pack, I guess, because there's the Bazooka bubblegum and then there's ring pops. I don't know if Bazooka owns ring pops. I don't think they do. But there's that. And then we have Pez. So these are actually from the same company that made the tiny vending machines and the retro refrigerator. So they're becoming a very reliable brand, I think, for like tiny Barbie food items in a sense. But yeah, I just wanted to like open these up, kind of show it off, and been like, oh yeah, this is what this looks like. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the Pez one because it's in my hand. Let me actually turn it over too, because I have a feeling that this is not gonna go well. And of course, absolutely none of the cardboard actually came off. Okay, so excited. Okay, so we do actually have a shelving unit here. I will go ahead and start constructing this. I feel like it should be pretty self-explanatory, but I'm gonna go ahead and start constructing this shelf and hope to God I don't lose anything. But yeah, so like using this, so like all the shelving stuff is right behind this like little piece of cardboard. And there actually is like cardboard pieces that you get to put inside of it. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so this is the best I could do. I legit don't know how you're supposed to put this back here because there's nothing. There's nothing on the back of here to pin it to hold it in place. I don't know if I'm just supposed to tape it there. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it to the side for now. Like I figure out what I want to do with it. But yeah, here is the Pez shelf. You can actually rearrange these, so like if you have items that are a little bit smaller, you can move the shelves up. You can give them a little bit more space. I don't really know where these are gonna go, like how tall these things are, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. Just leave it there on the side. So let's actually look at our items. And actually, we do actually have some Pez that we can put on display. We actually have this, like, oh, shoot. We actually have two nice, like, little Pez containers and stuff like that. They're really cute. They're the exact same thing, but they're there, so I'm gonna put them on our shelf, side by side. Yep. And it did come with 4 different Pez dispensers. So we have a purple one with a cupcake that is probably not gonna be fun. I guess it's probably just better that I hold them a little further away. Oh, there we go. We have a green one with a little hamburger and a smiley face on it. Super cute. We have a red one with a pizza on it. The pizza's a little off, as you can probably tell, but it's still cute. And then we have a blue one with a taco on it. So yeah, we have like 4 like little dispensers and stuff like that, and actually I kind of see it. May take the... Yeah, that's actually pretty up to scale. I feel like with like... Oh no. Looks like they do come out of the hands pretty easily. So obviously you like get some like clear rubber bands or something like that to hold them in. But yeah, I mean they are pretty up to scale, like with an 11-inch doll. So that could be pretty. These so far are looking pretty good. Obviously the shelf is very tiny for the 11-inch dolls, but that's okay. So the next thing are these of Pez stuff. It looks like that they have, oh, they're refills. The Pez refills. And they don't open up or anything, they're just plastic boxes with stickers on them. But we do have the refill boxes. Again, I'm gonna put it on the shelf. I don't really know what these are. I think they're also kind of refills in a sense, but they are flat, clear plastic containers with Pez pictures on them. I think that these are just like the encased ones. Like they're not obviously there's not as many of these obviously in the box as you would think, but these are just like how many? 2, 4, 6, just 8 each. 8 little Pez things. I'm gonna put those off to the side because you can't really stand them up. But then we do have the single refills. These are really tiny. Like I don't even know if I don't think my camera's gonna focus on this, to be honest. But so we have lemon here. We have sours. We have another sours, but it's blue. I think this is blueberry. I think the other one was watermelon. We have another sours, which I'm gonna guess is green apple. More sours, but I'm not actually sure what this one is. It's kind of hard to tell what it is even on the packaging. It might be a pineapple. I'm hoping... No. Okay. So, but it looks like a pineapple, I think. We have another regular. This is cherry. Another regular, and it's strawberry, I'm pretty sure. Then we have another regular, and this one's orange. Very shaky unveiling. So, this is everything put onto the shelf. Well, okay, almost everything. I didn't put the 8-packs on there because I was like, I don't even know how I'm going to put the 8-packs on here. But this is most everything. Now, before. But yeah, so that is the Pez one. I'm just going to quickly clean this stuff up, and I'm actually going to put this stuff into a baggie, so that way I don't lose it. But yeah, I'll show off the ring pops and Smarties here in just a moment. Okay, so a little dumb. They do actually have instructions on the back for how to construct the shelves. They do not tell you how to put in the cardboard backing, though, so that's a little disappointing, but I feel kind of stupid. Yeah, instructions were on the back of the packaging that I threw away. Yep. Okay. Shelf constructed, obviously with no backing because I still don't freaking know how to get that in, but obviously with the nice sign on it. That's a little Bazooka bubblegum. So, the items that we have to put on display. So we have the big can of Bazooka gum. Well, the big canister, I guess, of the original Bazooka gum. We have a bag of Ring Pops, the variety pack. We actually have a nice display of some of the Bazooka gum as well. Now, I would love to say that these are all individual packages, but they're not. It's actually just a block of Bazooka gum stuff, but it does make for a very nice display object. We do also have the Bazooka gum rolls, like the little, like, canisters, and thankfully the canisters are individualized, so you can actually take them out one by one. So, we do have the Ring Pop displays with the individualized little Ring Pop packages. They're really super cute, actually, although the packaging around it that is just adhesive is just kind of falling off on some of them, but that's okay. But yeah, so really super cute. But then the very last thing for Bazooka and Ring Pop shelf are these teeny tiny pieces of the Bazooka gum, like single packets. For a moment, I think because they were so small, but I think it's because the packaging isn't quite taped on correctly. I actually thought that these were squishy. This was like they had made it like kind of like rubber material so that it would feel like gum. Again, without trying to completely disturb everything, there is the shelf all put together. The single packets are right down there on the front. But yep. So that is the shelf all put together. I'm going to quickly put that in the baggie that I already have with the backing on it, so that we don't lose any pieces. Ta-da! All of my little stuff in a bag. And yes, this is probably how I'm going to organize everything, is everything is going to go into their own little plastic baggie so that I don't forget what set it came in, as well as the fact of I don't lose any pieces down at the very bottom of the box, like I did when I was a child. I would also like to point out as well how this is not for consumption. I know that legally they have to put that on there, but I do love this because obviously this kind of goes without saying that this is not for consumption. I also love how in a sense that it's like, this is great for the people that can read. What about the 3-year-olds that can't? They don't know that. They don't know that they can't consume this because they can't read. First order of business is the shelf. We get the shelf first, then we get everything else second. Shelf. Now I know you might be wondering, wait, where's the sign? There's a reason there's not a sign. The piece that holds the sign here did not fit properly. And I was kind of afraid that I was going to break it. I examined it and found that apparently on the underside, the part that clips onto this part, apparently needs to be sanded down. Yeah. So I at least constructed the shelf so we could put stuff on it, but that's about it. Have you ever just felt like your sugar levels just crash? Like your blood sugar levels? Mine are. I think I'm hungry. I will not eat the Smarties, though. I just think I might have to end this video soon. So, not as many things, but still pretty good. So we have some packs of Smarties. I've actually never seen these before. I think these are like Smarties chewables kind of thing. But they're very thin packets. Obviously, they're not going to stand up or anything like that, so I'm just going to have to like place them on the shelf. We do have 3 pounds in Barbie's land. 3 pounds of original Smarties. The mega bag, apparently. We have 2 containers. One of the lollipops and one of just original Smarties. And then we have 2 display cases. So the first display case looks like this. And again comes with like a box looking like individualized, like Smarties chewable stuff. Which just sits very nicely, actually, in the display case. And then the other display case has a bunch of individualized Smarties. So, like, you can actually take them out and, you know, individualize them. But yeah, so they're just all in there. This is what the shelf looked like. And of course, I'm gonna just try to gingerly put this all back in the bag so that we don't lose it. But yep, so that was everything so far. I do have some things still in this bag, this Five Below bag, but the thing is that a lot of them I'm realizing are more construction pieces, like almost like Lego sets in a sense. So I would need to kind of do them off camera more so. And I don't exactly have the means to do that. On top of that, I am feeling quite hungry. I can feel like my blood sugar level just like dropping because I'm like I haven't had breakfast and it's about lunchtime now or past lunchtime, so it's like my body's just like. So yep, I'm gonna take a break, go get something to eat, hopefully feel better, hopefully not have a blood sugar emergency because I'm not diabetic, or at least last I checked I'm not diabetic, but today might be the day I learn I'm diabetic. Let's hope not. I'm also kind of thinking to myself, it's more than likely I'm probably hungry because my tinnitus is also acting up. Well, I'm hearing a very loud ringing and it's not my fridge. So, I'm gonna go get something to eat before I pass out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the toys that we've seen so far. Obviously, there are more toys on the way. I just get to them and stop being lazy about it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.